Hey, it's Whitney from EcoVeganGal.com and welcome to another Eco Vegan Gal Uncensored. I don't really keep much track of my past videos, so I never quite know when I last recorded one, unless it was like a few days previous, or what I've even said in the past videos. But that's kind of the point of this channel, is to not think too much about it. I wanted to give you a quick little update, and I also have some more encouraging inspiration for you based on some of my personal experiences. I love sharing these tips with you because I really want to root for all of you to do great things with your lives and remember that it's possible. And that's really what I strive to do each and every day, and sometimes really cool things happen. So, different background here, this is part of it. I moved just under a week ago, and I can't remember. I know I talked about this sort of in my last video, but I don't think I had found this place yet. I was looking for a place for what seemed like forever. It was probably about a month, and I was getting really frustrated. And one of my big things, as I've talked about in my videos a lot, is visualization. So making a visualization board, manifesting is another word for it, using the secret, as some people call it. And it works on and on, over and over and over again in my life and many people's lives that I know, and it's really, really amazing. Become such a big advocate for this, thinking positively and visualizing, I don't know why that word's so hard for me to say, visualizing the things that you want in your life. I've also asked questions. I started this other channel, can you believe it, another Eco Vegan Gal channel about business, and I asked a question of people if they thought it was important to think positive about future things so that you can manifest it, or is it better to think of the worst case scenario, think negative, I guess, in a way, so that you're not disappointed if things don't happen the way you want it to? Or is it someplace in the middle? I got a lot of mixed responses, so I would love your opinions on this. I'm sure if you haven't weighed in on some of my past videos here, or you can weigh in again, because I'm just really curious what you think. But in this case, one great example was getting this place. I really wanted to find a place that was quiet. If you've watched my old videos, I had struggles with my last sublet where the woman living above me was really noisy and it was really frustrating to me. And there was a school right next door, so I always had like sounds of kids, and it was like a gym with basketballs and all that. And it took a lot of patience and deep breathing, meditating, earplugs, white noise to get me through living there for 2 months. So as part of that, though, and this is, I guess, an important thing, is that sometimes the negative experiences we have in life end up teaching us lessons to show us what we actually want. Sometimes we don't know what we want until we find out what we don't want. And that was a good experience because, and some of my other apartments as well, of living with noisy neighbors, and I just didn't want it. So someone close to me in my life recommended that I start looking for a guest house. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, am I going to find a guest house in my budget, in the areas that I want to live in? Are they going to allow dogs? Are they going to be the right size? Are they going to just be the right place? And I started looking for them, and just something was always wrong. They either wanted a lease, or they were too expensive, or they weren't in the right neighborhood, yada, 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 on and on and on. And there was times where I just thought, I don't know if I'm going to find the right place. Time was running out. I think I found this place with, I don't know, maybe within like a week or so of when I was supposed to move out of my last place. So it was down to the wire, but here I am in a guest house. So exciting. You'll see it looks really blank right now, which it kind of is. There's not a lot in here, but it's actually really nice because I'm also trying to focus on living a minimalist lifestyle. So not a lot of space, not a lot of stuff. Although it was nice to have all the colors and decorations in the last place. So maybe I'll end up doing something fun with this. But I want to take a moment. You hear there's absolutely no sound. It's completely silent. And Evie over there, the cutest little girl in the world, she is so much more at peace than, if I really think about it, I don't know if I've ever quite seen her this at peace. Granted, well, I'm not going to get into it, but circumstances may change a little, so that because the person that owns the house that I'm living in the property of has a dog and he's out of town right now, so maybe the commotion levels will rise, but I'm trying to think positively that we will continue both being very at peace in this environment. So that example, long-winded example, is just to remind you all that you can just find what you want. And for me, it was just persistence, determination, faith, and visualizing. I put images up on my visualization board, and what I would do is I would find pictures of places that I liked but didn't work out for some reason on Craigslist and all the other sites I was using to find this apartment or this guest house. And I would take those images and put them into this visualization board. So they were all just different representations of things that I wanted. And, this place, anything from like the ceiling fan. For some reason, I really wanted a ceiling fan. I wanted a nice size kitchen. It's small, but it's really cute. I love this place, but best of all, I have a patio and there's a backyard to this property. So Evie gets to sit out in the sunshine and she gets to sit out in the grass, and it makes my heart feel so good. I really, really wanted a place where Evie could go out and hang out outside during the day. She loves being outside and she loves lying in the sun, and my heart just feels great. So I wish that I had recorded a video, and sometimes I record videos when I'm in bad moods, but a lot of times when I'm in a bad mood, I don't want to do videos. And I definitely was feeling down at times. I was feeling really frustrated, and I was feeling like I wasn't going to find the right place, and I had no idea what I was going to do. And I just kept at it and believed in it, and I found a place that I really didn't think that I was going to find. So, a million examples of that. And if you're following my videos, this sort of stuff happens all the time in my life. And I'm not, I guess you could say it's luck, but what that quote is about preparation meeting opportunity. And for me, the preparation is thinking positively and visualizing it and being an active seeker of the things that I want. And then when the opportunities come up, I'm ready to take them. I know what I want and I grab them. And for me, just those examples happening time after time. The other example I wanted to share was a really interesting and unexpected one. And I actually hadn't done much visualization of this, at least not intentionally. But there's an event coming up called Lightning in a Bottle. And I've been wanting to go to this event for a while, kind of casually over the past 3 years, and then the past 2 years, and then last year I really wanted to go but wasn't able to go. And they even invited me to go and cover it as press. Well, this year I'm determined to go to this event, and as part of the kind of submission process, if you want to get the press tickets for it, they asked the journalists to write up a little story about Lightning in the Bottle to give the event some exposure to our audiences. So I did the write-up and submitted my credentials and all of that, and I'm just kind of waiting around to see if I'm going to get my press pass for it. In the meantime, out of nowhere, I got an email today from someone from the event asking me not to give me tickets, but asking me if I wanted to speak there, if I wanted to put together a presentation about eco-vegan food. And I was just so taken aback by this. It was so exciting. I hadn't even imagined speaking at this event. I was thinking of just going, and doing a video or something and some write-ups, but to have the opportunity to speak and be a part of the event is just something my mind didn't even go to. And that's really the inspiration for this video was just thinking, again, that preparation meets opportunity. Another huge goal of mine recently is to do more speaking at events, and it's something I'm slowly ramping up to and working to, but not really actively doing. But just kind of the fact that that thought has been thrown out there, just sprinkling that out into the universe, and then the fact that I really wanted to go to this event, and I guess the visualization aspect of it could be that I was looking at videos and photos and doing this write-up on it and really thinking about it and thinking about myself being at this event and how great it was going to be, and now the opportunity could potentially be even better than I initially imagined. So the third point here is just that hard work will eventually pay off. I started this new channel called what did I call it? I can't remember. Is it EVG Venture or EV Venture? I think it's EVG Venture. I've only done 2 videos on this. Well, I'll look it up later, but I'll put it on the sidebar here and a link down below. It's a new channel all about business, and I've been increasingly more passionate about maybe doing like some sort of business coach or motivational things, inspirational, because I recognize so many people in my personal life, as well as people like you who watch my videos and read my posts and interact with me socially online, seem to want to do a lot of things but don't know how. And for me, it's not about the how. It's about having the courage and having the inspiration, the motivation, and just doing it. And the biggest thing, the biggest lesson that I just want to continue nailing in on this channel and all my channels, especially that business channel, is that it's hugely about just being constantly at it. And pretty much anyone will tell you that. There's a really great quote. I think was it Will Smith, a celebrity like him, or maybe it was like a basketball player or something like that. Maybe if you can remember who this is, but who said there's probably people out there. There are people, or maybe it was like there are definitely people out there who are better than me. Oh my God, I'm totally screwing this up. There are people out there who are definitely better than me at doing what I do, but what I can guarantee is that I will work harder than any of them or all of them. Something like that. You get the idea, right? So the point is that it's not about whether or not you're great at something, whether or not you're entirely skilled at something or you have enough experience with something. What really, really matters is that you're going to work hard at it. And I think it's great if you can be both, and experience will come with time and greatness will come with time, and it just kind of self-perpetuates itself. But the point there is that it's just hard work, and it's just keeping at something and believing in it. And with what I do, it's an ongoing journey, and the biggest lesson that I keep learning is to just continue having that faith and belief in myself, and being comfortable with the fact that every day is a new day and I'm faced with whole new challenges every single day. There's no day is the same for me. I do not work a typical 9-to-5 Monday through Friday job or career. It's just constant scrambling, and scrambling in all the best ways. So I don't know, and maybe a lot of people don't even know how I make money. Sometimes I don't even know how I make money. Every month can sometimes feel a little bit scary in that sense, but it's just, I don't know, it's just keep moving, I guess. I've found that I just have to believe that I'm going to make it work, and I constantly do. And then things like these speaking gigs that are starting to come up for me, it really wasn't until a few months ago that I realized that I was interested in crafting myself as a speaker and being really good at doing presentations and going out and speaking at events across the country and maybe even the world, and starting to have a lot of interest in that. But I don't have a lot of experience in doing that in the eco-vegan realm. I've done it for other things, but this is kind of a whole new ballgame for me. However, opportunities are coming up for me simply because I'm starting to put myself out there like that, simply because I'm feeling confident, simply because I want it. So, reminder to you, the whole point of this video is to go after what you want, believe that you're going to get it, believe that you can get it, believe that's going to happen. You may have absolutely no idea how it's going to happen, But don't take the road most traveled by. Take the road less traveled by. Sometimes that's where you're going to find the best experiences. Don't limit yourself to the conventional, to the mediocre aspects of life simply because you don't know how else to get the things that you deeply want. Maybe the things you want could be conventional or something like that. I certainly shouldn't assume, but I think a lot of the times people don't go after their dreams is because nobody else around them is doing them. You know, and we can say the same thing about lifestyle, vegan, eco-friendly, health, whatever it may be. A lot of things that people are most scared of are just because no one else around is doing them or there's not a clear path to it. Sometimes you just have to make your own path. You have to clear the path as you go, and you have to just trust. There's a great quote actually in the movie The Secret, and probably in the book as well. And again, I'm obviously not that great at memorizing quotes, but I remember the image very clearly because they showed it. It was a car driving down the street in the middle of the night with its headlights on. And the man that was speaking was saying that sometimes you just have to go forward without knowing exactly what's in front of you and exactly how you're going to get there and what it's going to look like on the path, but just believe that you're going to get where you want to go. And I thought that was such a great image because it's true. You know, we drive cars in the middle of the night and we have directions sometimes, or you know, we have this general concept of where we're going to go, but we don't know exactly what's beyond our headlights. Who knows what could be in the road in front of us, but we do just have this confidence that the road is going to be clear and the road is going to take us where it's supposed to take us, right? And I just thought that was a good thing. So I'm really practicing that, and I will be the first to say that I definitely have my days where I struggle. Yesterday was a hard day for me. I felt very frustrated and exhausted by this lifestyle that I lead sometimes, and you know, the fact that I don't have a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Consistency, I guess. The fact that, you know, there isn't like a comfort zone for me, that I never really know how I'm going to pay my bills sometimes, and that can be really scary. But what keeps me moving is the fact that when I talk to some of my close friends, they are miserable at their jobs because they're not doing what they love. They work for people they don't like. They work with people that they don't like. They're not getting paid enough. They're working too many hours. Their careers aren't moving fast enough. I hear this over and over and over again. And then you hear, I don't like where I live, and I don't like how I feel or how I look, and that's just become more and more of a motivation for me to speak about, is that we can change those things at any point. You don't have to live in places that are miserable. And the second that I turned my life around, which was really about a year ago, I really jumped into this when I quit my last regular job, and I just started moving around the country. And I'm telling you, it's been a journey, and it's probably not for everyone, but I am so glad that I'm doing this, and I'm having a blast, and I'm embracing all the discomfort that I'm feeling. And as evidenced by the beginning of this video, amazing things keep happening. So I know that all of you can do it, and I hope this inspires you. So I would like to hear any of your comments. I would love to hear what you think about the power of positive thinking. Do you think that that is important, or is it important to think about the worst case scenario, or maybe think about both? Do you do a visualization board? What do you think about me doing speaking? What speaking topics would you like if I'm going to speak at events and have videos recorded, or if you'd ever attend them? What would you like to hear? What would you like to learn from that? And any other comments you have, things that are happening in your life, things that aren't, things that you want to happen, letting out your frustrations, sharing the great things that are happening for you. All of your feelings, that's what this channel is here for. Thank you so much for watching this whole 20-minute video. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.